You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of the dust. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us.
Okay. Hello, my name is David. My camera assistant is Christopher. Today we're here to discuss how to hang a Bogen 045 Manfrotto 3-hook system. As you can see, 3-hook system, what you need to do is you need to go out and you need to purchase 1x4, 6-foot long, 2 pieces of it. You need to cut it in 24-inch lengths. So you have 6 24-inch lengths of a 1x4. And then you're going to put them into here. There's 2 types of ceilings. There's either a drop ceiling or there is a textured ceiling, which is drywall. This, as you can tell, is a textured drywall ceiling. So what you have to do is you take your 1x4s and you screw them into your rafters. So you have to take a stud finder, find out where your rafters are, and then you screw them into your rafters for support of the 3-hook system. One of the first things you need to do when you're installing the 3-hook system is your first 2x4 needs to be at least 4 inches away from your wall. And that is so when you put your expanded system up, it has plenty of room to clear that wall, and your background has plenty of room so it's not too tight against the wall. So the edge of your 2x4, your 1x4 has to be at least 4 inches from that wall, and then you'll have perfect room. The 3-hook system has 6 holes. You have 2 at the end, 2 in the middle, and 2 at the beginning. You can put them anywhere on the 1x4s that you want. Just make sure your 1x4s are spaced so they cover your holes. And the reason why you do a 2-foot section is because your pole is going to be at least 10 feet long, and it's probably not going to hit your rafters equally. So this way you can plug it into your 1x4s, and your 1x4s your rafters are 16 inches apart, 2 foot. That gives you hooking it into 2 rafters to give you really good support. So that's what to do. Like I said, the most important thing when you're hanging this 3-hook system is to make sure you're at least 4 inches away from your wall so you have plenty of room on your very first background. And next thing we'll be discussing is the expanded system that attaches to the 3-hook system. So as you can see, you can raise or lower your backgrounds and roll them up nice and neat, and you can get the wrinkles out, and you're not folding them, and you have everything there. So an expanded system looks like this right here. As you can see, you have 2 inserts, you have 1 chain, and you have a weight here at the bottom. As you can see, the weight down here keeps it nice and taut. Okay. Now this system is designed for seamless paper. Seamless paper, if you want to use seamless paper, this is really easy. You just stick the one end to the seamless paper, and then you just screw it in tight. It expands it, and it gives you a nice solid grip. I don't use seamless paper. I like to use muslin backgrounds. So what I've done is I went out and I bought, as you can see here, a piece of PVC pipe, 2 inches in diameter, 10 foot long. Why 10 foot long? Because my backgrounds are 10 foot long by 24. So I'm getting my 10 foot here, and I'll show you how I'm going to tape it onto the PVC pipe. A good friend of mine who works at a place called Denver Pro in Denver, Colorado, I can't take credit for this because he's the one, his name is Harold. If you're here in Denver, you should go down and see him. He's very helpful. He's the one that told me what equipment to buy to do this so I could do my muslin backgrounds instead of my seamless paper. So our next step, after we got the 3 hooks hung, and what you want to do is when you're hanging these 3 hooks, the space you want to have is about 10 foot 2 inches, 10 foot 4 inches. You got a little bit of room on this one right here that it can be adjusted. So if you're over the 10, you're a little bit over the 10 foot, it can give you that much extra space. You can adjust it. So I spread mine at 10 foot 3 inches, but anywhere from 10 foot 1 inches to 10 foot 4 inches, you'll be perfect. It'll be perfect, and that's the spacing you have between it. It's a piece of cake. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So now I'll show you how we're going to tape the background. The nice thing about this PVC pipe is if you can see, if my cameraman will get on it, you'll see there's writing that goes all the way down this PVC pipe. What you want to do is when you're putting this background on, you want to make sure it's equal all the way through the length of the pipe. That you don't have one clear up here and one clear down there to where it's off center. So when you're rolling it up, one side's taller than the other. As you can see here, that is pretty well equal all the way across. So what you do is you take a photographer's handy gaffer's tape. This stuff isn't cheap, but I'll tell you what, it's worth its weight in gold because you'll be able to attach this background to this with gaffer's tape, and then when you swing the thing out, if you're doing a long, you can tape the backgrounds down to your floor and you have no problem, and you can peel it up and it doesn't leave a residue. So that's why the gaffer's tape. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a small chunk of gaffer's tape, we're going to rip it off, and I'm going to put it right on that writing where that line was. And that way we have a nice straight level seam. As you can see, I'm almost done taping this up. Nice little gaffer's tape goes on there, nice and clear. So the gaffer's tape to the side. Then the next thing you do is you take this, you install it inside, and then you just start cranking until it expands up and won't come out. Nice and tight, see now it won't come out. Do the other end. What you're going to do is this piece here will go inside your hook, right inside there. So you want to kind of measure it. So when you're getting it up there, it's not too far off. That looks pretty close. Screw it down a little bit, tighten it up. That's what your leverage is, or your tension. Again, you throw that in there. Like I said, my buddy Harold, the Denver Pro, he's the one that gave me the idea of using the PVC pipe. I can't thank him enough. Every time I've needed help down there, he's been helpful. No, I do not work for Denver Pro, so I have no affiliation with them. They're just good people down there, and and Harold's just always extremely helpful. So as you can see, we're here. Now my next spot is trying to hang this by myself, which could be interesting, but we'll give it a try. Okay, you can see how that's hooked into there, nice and good. You see how the background's draping. 3-hook system. Then our next thing is installing the cable. Believe it or not, the cable is pretty easy to install. Again, like I said, if I can do it, anybody can do it. This is the guard. They tell you to hook it in here and just start turning. Me, I like to just go through here, go through the bottom, go through the top, coming back through the guard, bring it all the way down to where they're pretty much even, and make sure you get that untangled. Okay, and then you just kind of slide it up on the gears. Like so. Then you come down here. We're going to hook our weight on, string it through, and then you take these connectors and you just kind of slide it in. Like that. And then you just start twirling. You can do this by yourself, or you can have somebody with you. If you do it by yourself, you kind of got to go back between the two to make sure it's not twirling too much down on this side, pulling it taut. Otherwise you have one person just pulling it taut here. I mean, you don't need to, you can do it any way you want, but I just think it makes it look better. Main reason, 2 reasons why I decided to build this system. One was because I used to fold my backgrounds, and anytime you fold them, after you got done with them, you'd always have creases, so I had to take a steam cleaner and I'd have to steam those creases out. I didn't enjoy steam cleaning it all the time, getting the creases out. It was also hard to store. This way, I always have an access of 3 backgrounds hooked up to that my clients can look at a moment's notice. I have a few other backgrounds. I have a portable stand, so if it's a holiday season, I might use one of those portable ones for there. I might even consider buying a few more of these and some more PVC pipe and hooking up a couple more backgrounds and just have them laying inside. Then if I need to pull this one down, I can put the other one up real quick and I'd have access to it. But as you can see how easy this rolls, it does a good job. It'll keep the wrinkles out of it. Like I said, just keep doing that. And that's pretty much how you put this background system together. That's how you put this background system together. Hopefully I've helped you a little bit. Like I said, the biggest thing for me was making sure I had that 4 inches on the back. So I brought it out. I looked and looked. I couldn't find that anywhere else. The other thing is, the biggest thing for me was having that 4 inches on the back. The other thing is most people use this with seamless paper, so I don't know if anybody knew about the PVC pipe. So to me, the PVC pipe is the best way to go. You have your muslin background, it all works out. Thank you very much. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and happy shooting.
You